Yeah, obviously very excited. Um, got 16 kids, high school kids coming in. Um, got four old linemen, which we're always trying to build strength up the middle with the old line. We feel very good about long, athletic, um, huge upside with that group. We got a number of receivers coming in, which we need some depth at receiver, and not really depth. We lose a lot of our production at receiver, so there's going to be some opportunities for kids to come, maybe be part of things right away. Um, Love the character of the class, like we talked earlier today. Like, we recruit to who we are, we recruit to who I am. I love competitive kids. I love kids that want to be better than anybody in the world. I want kids that want the academic piece along with the football piece, not one or the other. And then we recruit to Miami. What kids will thrive at Miami University? What kids will take advantage of, a in-state or out-of-state scholarship and take advantage of the football opportunity? We had 5 seniors a year ago make NFL camps. We have 3 on NFL rosters. That's the dream. That's the football dream. I want to have a great experience at Miami. I want to win championships at Miami. I want to beat Power 5 teams at Miami. I want to go to bowl games at Miami. But I want to play in the NFL. That's what we're looking for from that end. The other side is I get an opportunity to go to one of the top universities in the country, and in one of the top universities of producing successful people. And we want kids that want that. Not every kid wants that. There's a lot of kids who just want to go play football. All right, and those kids don't come to Miami, and that's not good or bad. They find their right fit, but we're looking for kids that represent everything that Miami is all about as a school, as a football program, as an athletic department. And then also we'll take advantage of this opportunity for trying to play on Sundays and trying to be like those guys we have in the league. There's a bunch of captains, there's a bunch of great kids, there's a bunch of kids from great coaches, there's a bunch of kids from great programs, there's a bunch of kids from great families, and they're talented. The thing you don't know on this day is there is a step up from high school to college, and not just with the talent, but just a commitment. Like, a lot of kids in high school love football, but they love high school football. Like, they go to school, they have a quick meeting, they go to practice, and they play on Friday nights. They do things in the off season, but some of them play basketball in the off season, some of them wrestle, and some of them run track. And then you get to college, and it's 365 days a year, and it's treatment, and it's weight training, and it's nutrition, and it's all these other things that you need to do at this level to be successful, because everybody's talented at this level. So you never really know, and they don't know. It's not their fault. There's no way they can know coming out of high school. I loved high school football, but they don't all love it in college. And the ones that don't love it, they either fall off the vine or they never end up fulfilling their potential, which a lot of college kids don't fulfill their potential. You will look at him and say, man, if he was as driven as Ryan McWood, man, what could have he became? But they're not all driven like Ryan McWood. And that's not their fault. That's how God made them, And then they got to make decisions in college. There's social life. There's opportunities to date people. There's all sorts of other things that you can do in college too. So we love this class. We love their raw materials. We love who they are. We love where they come from. Now the question is, when they get here, and some 5 of them are going to be here next month, and it's going to get real. And then, well, I thought you really liked the kid. I did really like the kid. Well, what happened? What happened was he was not willing to commit what it takes to be a Division I student athlete. It's really hard. Well, what does he mean? Well, no, he came to meetings and he came to weight training and he did the bare minimum, but bare minimum doesn't get it done, So we're always looking for kids, and they all think, because in high school they all did extra, but what extra is in high school and what's extra here is 2 different things. So that's always the other thing. But again, we got to know these kids, and we got to know their families, and again, no one comes to Miami without their eyes wide open. We never recruit a kid that doesn't know. Like, you're going to go to class, and you're going to be in classes with some of the best students in the country. That's a fact. And the class will be taught by some of the best faculty in the country. So it's not easy. So we're always telling kids, if you're looking for easy, this ain't the place. There's not somebody writing the papers for you. There's not somebody doing the work. There's not an easy major. There's not where you just go and show up and you're a football guy and you get an A. And we don't want it that way, because we know these kids are going to be 30 and they're not all going to go play in the NFL. But a lot of them will, and that's what we've built there. Like, I think there's 16 kids on the 19 championship team that will at least have been in an NFL camp. before it's all said. And they're not all there yet, but they will be. Like, I think like that. So we are producing guys. So if you want to come play in the NFL, great opportunity. You want to have a great life after football, great opportunity. Now you want to work for it, because that all sounds good. There's a lot of work to go along the way, and if you want to work for it, then you have a great opportunity. So we're really excited. Like I told Baker earlier, like excited about this group of 16. Excited about a couple kids we may add. We've already added a couple transfers. Grad transfer from Notre Dame. Like that fits Miami. You know what I mean? Like, guy already has a Notre Dame degree, like he wants more football and he wants a little more out of his college experience. And then the returning nucleus, what I'm most excited about. When you look at what we have returning and you look at how close we were to winning 6, 7, 8 conference games this year, and we had some things go against us. We had some injuries. Okay, everybody has some injuries, but we had some significant injuries, and the way our kids competed, and you look at what we got coming back in ST, we did great. We could be better on ST, but we were pretty good on ST. Like, that's how you win games. We're number one in the league in scoring defense. We're 30-something in the country in scoring defense, all right? And we played mostly first-year starters. Yeah, we lose Ryan McWood and John Saunders. Okay, those are 2 good players, all right? But we got 9, but we really got like 17 guys returning that play because we played a lot of guys. All right. And a lot of them was our first year of ever stepping on the field. Like, they're going to get better. They're going to continue to grow. So there's offensively, you lose one O-lineman and a couple receivers. All right. Some really good players, like you always do. But we got a really good nucleus coming back. And we've got some things to improve on that side of the ball. Obviously, we didn't score a lot of points this year. If we did, we wouldn't have been 6-6. We'd have been a little better, but we battled and we fought and we hung in there and we did, and right down to the last second of the last game. It's who we are. Like, all the things you want to have in place to have a great football team, there's a lot of things in place. And there's a lot of really good players coming back, and we're going to get some guys back from injury. And then you add these kids and a couple of transfers. So it's an exciting day as you're kind of flipping the page today to springboard you into next year. It's a really exciting day for Miami football. And as we told the kids before I left, like, you've gone from 4-26 to 34-16, and there's a time 6-6 in the Bahama Bowl, and that would have been I remember the time we celebrated that, like, and we're all not very happy about it, and that's a great thing. It's a great thing. And again, did we have a great experience in the Bahama Bowl? Did we love going there? Were we excited that we were bowl eligible for the 5th time in 5 years? And yeah, those are all great things. But the greatest thing is that no one in the football building's super excited, and we have all the auxiliaries, from the equipment to the medical to the academics to the strength to all these other people that support us, are in place doing things the right way, helping our kids be successful, which, again, all college athletes need extra support. We're fortunate here. We got people that will go the extra mile. We're not a Big Ten outfit where we have hundreds of people outside of our program helping, but the people we do have helping, they work and they support our kids and help our kids, and they're going to support them all off season academically, and from a training standpoint, we're going to keep getting better and better. So this class is very exciting, and this time is very exciting for us.
This is your 2nd year with the transfer portal in place. Is there anything that you tweaked about your approach to the recruiting / portal thing this year?
Not tremendously, because like we were talking earlier, like, some of it you don't know. Some of it you don't know what you may lose. Like, a year ago, we lost a couple DNs to the portal. It was like, okay, well, there's no way to plan for that because you didn't know. So what we were more is like, okay, this is what we think our needs may be, so let's recruit to our needs with the high school class, and then let's kind of wait and see when that December 6th kind of rolls around, and then you got to reassess again really quickly and then kind of move forward. And again, we're fortunate. We've lost some kids in the portal. Some of the kids are going to find new and better opportunities that, probably weren't going to play here and want to play, which I'm all for those kids. I like those kids. Like, they were good here. They weren't good enough to get on the field, and they want to play. That's the majority. We've lost one guy I wouldn't really want to lose, but that's going to happen. Last year I lost 3 guys I didn't want to lose. So one guy so far has been okay. So we say, okay, reassess and kind of fill these holes if there is. But it is just kind of a wait and see thing and day by day thing, and you get information, then you roll. And I think with the recruiting of these kids, it's harder because like Christmas break is starting but we're dead and then it opens back up the third, fourth. So just having a better plan, like I know Christmas break really isn't gonna be Christmas break for me because we got to find a way to get these kids to visit early January. Like that's the goal. And so it just the timing is the timing, but this is the window to try to get a kid. Most of them are trying to go someplace by next semester, so you just kind of adjust that part of your life and your schedule because you gotta jump on them now or you're not getting them because a lot of them already found homes, and we found a couple kids homes already, and we got 2 kids already on board, one from Kentucky, one from Notre Dame, and you had to jump on them early and get them here, or somebody else is going to get them there. It's going to be over. So, just still figuring that out. But it's an ever-flowing, nonstop roster management. And again, you can't forecast everything, so you just got to kind of wait and see and say, hey, we're gonna react in December and make the best decisions possible.
Coach, I look back, I believe you've signed a quarterback every year. This was the first year that you hadn't. Was there any significance to that this year, or it just didn't work out?
Yeah, no, we haven't found the one. We're going to sign one. We haven't found the one we want yet. We're still looking. We've had some guys visit. We had some guys we wanted, ended up getting Power 5 offers, and but no, there's probably still a good one out there that, but we'll definitely add a quarterback, that's for sure.
With the timing of the bowl game, did that affect you at all as far as the recruiting goes? Or did you already have everything pretty much worked out?
Yeah, no, that was the only negative of the Bahamas Bowl. There's 2 weeks to recruit in December, and we're in the Bahamas for one of them. And there's only 3 recruiting weekends in December, and we only had, we were coming back on Saturday morning of the second weekend. So, yeah, that stunk, and that hurt from a standpoint of, you could be on the road recruiting that week. That was a week after finals. So, yeah, no, the timing of that bowl game is not good for December recruiting in any way, shape, or form because you're not even in the country for those that and there's only from the Thanksgiving to when it goes dead, there's a very short window there to go do the things that you want to do, go see kids, go see people, and, just that's the way it goes. There's no, yet. But that was the only and one negative to go in the Bahamas Bowl.
Usually there's 1 or 2 people from the local area. I take it just didn't work out that way this year, that you were able to find most of what you need, other places.
Yeah, we've got, again, everybody's kind of recruiting smaller classes. Everybody's used to be up in the 20, 25 range. Everybody's in, and again, we still have 16, and we'll probably add, we'll probably end up with 17, 18, 19 freshmen at the end of the day because there's still some kids we're working with, which is higher than most. Some people are down either not recruiting high school kids or recruiting very few. And then again, we have a couple kids from Georgia, which Georgia's been good to us. I think you got 1 kid from Georgia, 2, 3 kids from Georgia, maybe 4 kids from Georgia, and then the rest are all Midwest kids. So to me, it's like 5 hours, draw a circle around a school. That's been our backyard since we got here. Some years there's more Cincinnati kids. We don't recruit Cincinnati any harder or lesser. We recruit a lot of kids out of Cincinnati. Hard this year, trust me. Sometimes there's kids from a little bit closer. But if you look at, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Missouri, yeah, we did get a kid out of Canada for the first time. Then Illinois, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Belleville, Michigan. Most of the class, again, is in that little 5-hour circles, where we recruit.
Difference when you have to or when you are recruiting somebody from Canada? Does that change the process at all?
Yeah, I know the whole admissions, there's more to that. I know we're still working through, he's into school and all that, but there's just still other things with visas and student visas, and so, which again, a lot of the other sports deal with out of. So the nice thing here is our school is used to it, so it's kind of the first time we've done it. but our school is used to like field hockey and some of these other sports that do this regularly, tennis, and so our school does understand, which has been but new to us. So, but just distance, and like I said, we were fortunate with him. We got him. We saw him at a camp in Indy, then we got him to our camp, so we saw him multiple times. Obviously, it's farther away. It's harder to get to, but. Yeah, we learned a few things with the international recruiting, but it hasn't been bad. Again, Miami's helped us.
I know it doesn't come down to just recruiting, but what did the past season tell you as far as what you want to do by next year, including recruiting the portal and everything? I would take it that maybe you want to, as you said before, improve some things on offense, although some of that means getting healthier.
Yeah. No, again, the frustrating here, like, you lose your quarterback in week one, and then as the year plays out, you don't know how it's going to play out. You lose a bunch of lower scoring games, and, you're certainly wondering the what ifs of if everybody, we didn't lose our left tackle, we didn't lose our quarterback, and when you only need to score 25 points a game to win every game, like, again, everybody looks at the overall record because that's what matters, right? But within the overall record, okay, what's in place? Well, we didn't score enough points. I mean, everybody, you can look at the scores and say you didn't score enough points. We didn't move the ball and score enough points. Okay, well, if you just said, hey, if you had your starting quarterback, which you had previously, how many points do you score? If we just would have scored as many as we did the year before, which we had 9 starters back on offense, so it was realistic to think that we're going to be better than the year before, our record is, So, again, sometimes it's like, if you don't have the success you want, you just say, well, we got to change this for this, and then everybody starts pointing the finger. Everybody does it. Everybody. Coaches, players, fans, medias, and everybody does. Everybody. Because it didn't go the way you want it. And sometimes you say, okay, well, we always look at the same things. Like, we look at ST. ST is a big part of the game. We had a great year on ST. We got all of our specialists coming back. We should have another good year on ST. Okay, we look at defense. Well, we didn't know how defense was going to be. We thought we'd be inexperienced. We were the number 1 scoring defense in the league. We gave the fewest points in the league. All right, we were in the top 30-some scoring defenses in the country, which pretty good for a MAC team. And we have 9 guys back on defense, and a lot of those were first-year players. And if you know anything about playing college athletics, the first year is a hard year. The second year you get better. The third, like, there's guys on our defense could have an opportunity to make a huge jump. All right. Then you look at offense. Well, what do you need? We need to throw the ball more efficiently. Well, how do you do that? Well, you find a new quarterback. Okay. Well, quarterback supposed to play is going to be coming back. So, like, well, that's check that box. Like, what if he throws it like he did his first 3 years here, and plays and stays healthy, And then, okay, we're inconsistent in the run game. We're inconsistent in a lot of things, but some of it has to do with teams are doing things differently, too, as the year went on against us. So is there things we need to fix on offense, defense, special teams? Yes. Is it, we're plus 10 in turnover margin. Right? Well, it's hard to be plus 10 in turnover margin. I'll take plus 10 next year in turnover margin right now because I haven't had many years where plus 10. I've had a lot of years of plus because we take care of the ball. Like, even within the offense, what didn't we do well? Well, what did we do well? Well, we did take care of the ball tremendously. We had like 10 turnovers in 12 games. We created more turnovers. And then you look at the nucleus coming back, and then you look at the add-ons. It's like, okay, that doesn't mean everything's fine, but there are still some holes to fill, and there's some things you're always going to tweak on both sides of the ball. And we were 6-6, and in the league we were 4-4, and we could have easily been 5-3 or 6-2 or 7-1. If you looked at the 4 games we lost, you could easily won them all. You look at the 4 games we won, you could probably say you easily lost them all too. Welcome to the MAC. But we also know with a little bit of an addition, you could be in a really good shape because I really think our defense can take a nice jump, and I know our offense has been more productive and can be more productive, and obviously getting Brett back makes a difference, So anybody, like what I was talking about, look at all teams that lost their starting quarterback, look at what kind of years they had. Not many had as good a year as we had. I'm sure somebody did, but not many. A lot of them had disastrous years, and it just really, no, they lost their trigger guy. It's hard to lose our trigger guy, So, and the fact that we were in every game and had a chance to win every game, the whole season after that fact, we're in every single game we had a chance. And credit to AV and a credit to our guys, like we talked earlier. Our guys stuck together and our guys kept competing. And so, yes, we have some work. Yes, we have some holes to fill. You always have some holes to fill. Ryan McWood's been here a long time. We got to fill that hole. Do I think we have somebody to fill? Yes. Do I know who that is yet? No, but I think there's a number of guys that can fill that hole. John Saunders left that corner. He's a great corner for us. We got to fill that hole at corner. Okay. We also lost Friz McKee to an ACL. That didn't help us either. That was a major blow. If you watch the Akron game, he was probably playing as good a football as anybody on our team. If you watch the Akron game, he might have been our best football player that day. Then you don't have him for the rest of the year. So there's things that we're going to get better with it. And then again, this class is going to help us. A couple kids at Porters help us. And then me evaluating the things I did well. I didn't do everything close to perfect last year. I'm going to be better next year, and our offense staff and our defense staff going to be better next year. But we were really close this year with not all hands on deck, really close. And that's the thing that I'm so excited about. We still could have won the league with it. If you said no, then wow, you really got something going good. If you had all those guys out, including your quarterback out, and you're still right there in every single game that was there for the taking, then that's a pretty positive. And then you look at all the other indicators, like I talk about, of playing good defense and being good against the run and being good at turnover margin and being good at ST. There's a lot of things in place, and you got a lot of guys coming back in those areas that they should improve and be stronger. So, like I said, we're super excited. We're frustrated with last year. We're excited with how our guys hung in there and what they did accomplish, but we're super excited to move forward. And again, the reason we've been 34-16, we're pretty consistent. We just kind of plot along and we kind of do things a certain way, and we're not this big up and down team. We were probably a little more down this year because of some major injuries at some key positions, and we still weren't down that far. We weren't down like some people. We still got to a pretty good place. So we're excited, and again, I know we're all going to be better because that's who we are. We don't I've already thought of 100 things. What about this? Should we do this? Should we change this? Should we make this adjustment? Should we that's what we do. We know this game's ever evolving, and what can our kids do? What do we need? So we're excited, and we're in a good place moving forward.
It would be easy to say that your best recruit in this class is that Gabbard is coming back.
Yeah, well, I mean, whoever, or any of our good players coming back. That's what I'm we have a great nucleus kids coming back. That we played 13 games last year, and probably second half of Kentucky we were out of it. We were not out of the Cincinnati game until 10 minutes to go in that game. We were in fourth quarter. We were in that game. After that, we either won or was in every game right down to the nitty-gritty. All the kids coming back, that's the best part. Everybody talks about the guys that leave. I always talk about the guys. There's a lot of guys that stay. A lot of good players that stay. A lot of good players on our team get contacted by other schools every day, and they're not leaving. And they're getting contacted. That's the reality. No one, it's not. Yes, it's happening. They contact them directly. They direct message. They call them. They know somebody or they get contacted indirectly, which isn't illegal, but a lot of them just want to they reach out, hey, what about? So that's the fact that you have a number of good players and you got a bunch of guys that have played a bunch and had some success, and now they got another 9 months to get better. And the fact that we know our guys can stick together and fight together and play together, there's a great chance to get better, and we need to get better in a lot of areas, and we will. So, but it's, like I said, as of right now, we're hanging in there pretty good.